In the book of James, chapter 1, verse 2 reads, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds." When we read a verse like this, at a time when we're going through trials, and we are currently experiencing trials not just at the personal level, but at the global level due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we might say, well, that's easier said than done. Or we might say that there's no way to experience joy when everything is so bleak, when people are losing their jobs, when people are sick, when so many people are dying. But I think it's an important question to ask is, what does James mean by joy? What does that joy look like? Because I don't think he would expect people to be all smiles during troubling times, and I don't think he's asking people to ignore all the bad things and only focus on the positive. I think that the kind of joy that James is talking about is something that goes beyond our external condition, something that's not based on our circumstances. I think that the joy that James is talking about is based on the knowledge and the trust that God is good all the time, and that he's proven himself time and time again that he loves us and he will take care of us. I also think it's important to keep in mind that it's normal to feel sorrow, to feel anxiety and doubt, and all ranges of emotions during tough times. It's part of the human condition, and God knows that because he created us. He's not going to get mad at us if we're not always joyful. But he also does not want us to get stuck in that negative mindset. He wants us to experience the joy of being in relationship with him, the joy of experiencing his unconditional love, his abounding grace, and the peace that surpasses all understanding. Another thing to consider is that perhaps the joy that James is talking about is not produced because we're suffering, but because of what will be produced in our lives after it's all over, after our trial is over. Maybe the joy is on the other end of the trial and the lessons that we've learned. Maybe it's the satisfaction and the fact that we persevered and we got through it. Perhaps when we look at our situation as an opportunity to grow, we will find joy in that process. So I want to read James 1 verse 2 again, this time in the Passion Translation. It says, "My fellow believers, when it seems as though you're facing nothing but difficulties, see it as an invaluable opportunity to experience the greatest joy that you can." So, may we find joy in every situation, because no matter what we're facing, our good God remains the same.